Man, well, we got some kind of weird, kind of sad news going on where I'm sure maybe you guys saw up on Twitter, on YouTube, on Reddit, on literally random proper news sites and all of that, where sadly, as of, I believe, today, Queen Elizabeth II sadly died as of today when she was 96 years old. So why am I making a video on it? Why am I talking about it? I don't know. It kind of sucks. Like it's not fun. I don't know. That always stinks. Whatever. I think I even made a video when Betty White, unfortunately passed away not that long ago too. Man, it's always so weird when like someone we've all known, we've all heard about, we've either memed about or joked about. Like I'm American, so I mean, I'm just saying, like I'm American. This is definitely more, on the UK side. And it's just really disappointing to go and see whenever someone who everyone has known and everyone who's been influential on and all that stuff. It's like, I don't know, just kind of sad. Like, I mean, though in my luck, I'll probably have lawn people going in the background of this video to make an extra insult to injury on this one. But in case you guys did miss it, as of now, it's been being reported on over here when it comes to just the news going on over here. So Queen Elizabeth II has died at 96. So in case you guys are kind of curious too, I do believe her son, the good old prince, is now technically in like the royal command as well. And well, dude, it's weird. Like this, I don't know. It's big news. Like I would say in the general sense, this is a pretty big news in the big, I guess, news cycle of the world because she's the literal queen. Like there's not many literal queens out there. Now, of course, she doesn't really have like too much of a political say, but bro, she's literally a queen. Like I mean, that's kind of cool. So Queen Elizabeth II, who was the longest reigning British monarch, whose rule spanned 7 decades, unfortunately died as on Thursday. And I'm not even sure if you guys can hear this too. I literally have lawn blowers. So just the insult to injury for our lovely queen out here who can't even go and have a nice little YouTube video dedicated to her. So it sucks. I think it was as of today. I think earlier on today I saw like news and like there was like something wasn't doing too good with the queen maybe around like 6-7 hours ago or so, and then a lot of folks obviously are assuming if anything is bad with someone, especially when they're like over the age of let's say like 85, it's usually not a good sign. Like I remember how many times Betty White herself was trending up on Twitter like literally every other week where she's like, oh, she fell, or oh, she did this or this or this or this, or oh my god, and everyone's like, oh, thank god it's just Betty White's birthday, not like her actual unfortunate passing. So as of right now, her oldest son, Prince Charles, has now become King Charles III. Thankfully, they did say the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and Queen consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow. The royal family announced in a statement posted on its official Twitter account, which is weird to go and have the official death of the Queen. The official Twitter account, which is really weird, but they did have their first ever reference to Charles as the new king for the first time. Like, it's also kind of weird that we're even going to be calling now that we have a king just like presently throughout the world. I think everyone's just so used to the queen itself. When I grew up, dude, when I was born, the queen was still like in like her 70s. It was crazy to even think about that, and she still was the queen. So the king said in a statement that the queen's death was a moment of a greatest sadness for me and all members of my family, which sucks. Like, you never want to have someone, especially your own mother, and especially someone who I would say is pretty influential. We've heard a lot of good things about the queen. Like, there's not been too much big controversy, too much other stuff. Granted, you could probably find something throughout the entire years. Like, this is one of those moments of just, just togetherness where like it sucks. Like it's big news. It's weird to even me have a YouTube video on it, but like it just sucks. So we mourn profoundly the passing of a cherished, sovereign, and much loved mother. I know her loss will be deeply felt throughout the country and the world. Like, I do think everyone in the world, Americans included, Reddit people included, I'm not sure why there were different distinction in country, but in the realms of the Commonwealth and by countless people around the world, he said in his statement. Elizabeth ascended to the throne in 1952. 1952. Geez. On the death of her father, King George IV. She oversaw the last throes of the British Empire, weathered global upheaval and domestic scandal, and dramatically modernized the monarchy. She's been around for a pretty long time, and she's done a lot of stuff. I mean, 96, that's nothing to scuff at. Thankfully, it's a pretty long life, to kind of have a little bit of a positive twist on it. So she died at Balmoral Castle in Scotland after doctors said they had become concerned about her health on Thursday. And that's why it sucks whenever you're older, because you got a few hours. Sometimes literally within 12 hours, your entire life can be completely just switched upside down. So Elizabeth ruled over the United Kingdom and 14 other Commonwealth realms and became one of the most recognizable women to have ever lived. And I would say so too. Like, I think everyone knows the Queen. That's why you guys are maybe watching this video in the first place. I think it's pretty sad to see. So basically, thankfully, all of her kids are there. We're all in the castle when the announcement was made. Charles rushed to the Scottish castle earlier on Thursday together with his wife, Camilla. The Queen's daughter, Princess Anne, known as the Princess Royal, was already there too as well. So Prince William, who is now the heir apparent to the throne, arrived in Balmoral Thursday afternoon together with the Queen's other two sons, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward, as well as Edward's wife Sophie, the Countess of Wessex. Prince William and his wife, Catherine, have taken to the title of Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, according to their official Twitter account. Charles and Camilla were previously known by their title. Catherine has remained at Windsor with her 3 children, attended their first day of a new school. So it's kind of sad because the Queen was literally in here on Tuesday. She was literally out there publicly on Tuesday, which is insane. And that's where she formally appointed Liz Truss as the UK's new Prime Minister, as you guys know about that. The other current Prime Minister, I believe, actually stepped down. So as of this one, we have this out here. So a photograph from the announcement showed the monarch smiling, standing in the drawing room at Balmoral, carrying a walking stick. So there actually has been concerns now for a while over the Queen's health ever since a brief hospital stay last October, and apparently she's had some mobility issues, and she's had to kind of step away from other people in real life. And well, now as of now, Liz Truss now has the Queen's death on her hands, which is not. I don't think that's not a good start to any type of presidency / democracy type stuff. But there was basically a lot of people were saying on Wednesday when the Buckingham Palace announced the Queen had postponed a virtual meeting of her Privy Council after being advised by doctors to just go and rest. So then on Thursday, the palace announced that the Queen was under medical supervision, but said she was comfortable at Balmoral as her children rushed to her side during the day. It became clear how that situation was. So that kind of stinks. In all honesty, that kind of stinks. Thankfully, a lot of folks out here have been making condolences, myself included. I think when it comes to big country stuff and someone out here who has been so influential / been around, man, that stinks. It just stinks. It's not fun news to kind of see throughout the day. It's not fun to know. It's my mom. I'm not sure if any of you guys have moms that are in the same boat or not. My mom was a big lover of Princess Diana. My mom loved her as an idol pretty much. So my mom's always kind of the whole hierarchy / royalty type vibes. So that's probably why I even make this in the first place. So it kind of stinks because there was so many big messages. The new prime minister even said Queen Elizabeth II was the rock in which modern Britain was built. Our country has grown and flourished under her reign. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres described the Queen as a good friend of the UN, adding, she was a reassuring presence throughout decades of sweeping change, including the decolonization of Africa and Asia and the revolution of the Commonwealth. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said it was with the heaviest of hearts that Canada learned of the monarch's passing. President of Ireland Michael D. Higgins said the country had lost a remarkable friend. Her Majesty served the British people with exceptional dignity. Her personal commitment to her role and extraordinary sense of duty were the hallmarks of the Queen of England, which will hold a unique place in British history. White House Press Secretary Carney Jean-Pierre said that our hearts and our thoughts go to the family and the people of the United Kingdom. So at the end of the day, kind of sad news. It really is kind of sad too, in case you guys want to see the actual list too as well of who the successor is and all this stuff, so you guys can creep on this really quick. We had Queen Elizabeth over here and Prince Philip, who both unfortunately have not alive. So that's just not good. You guys can also see all these other different types of folks that have kind of gone down the hierarchy too as well. So in case you guys are ever kind of curious on what the royal bloodline currently is and how everyone's kind of doing and what's they've been kind of rolling on over here, you guys can go and check on this one out and go and see in the first place. So if you guys thoughts, that sucks. I definitely kind of made a little bit of a light-hearted-ish type video, but whenever you see something like the Queen or someone very influential or someone out there throughout the world, unfortunately passing away, especially if they haven't been a bad person, it's just sad news to see nonetheless. So my heart goes out to everyone in the UK. Thankfully for us here in America, too, we don't have a king or queen, although it'd be kind of cool if we did. And honestly, I think it'd be kind of neat. So we just have Elon Musk. But just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video itself. If any ads pop on the video too as well, it's only it's $1 or so whatever, so it's not too big of a deal. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. And well, I feel bad for the Queen. Hopefully she's doing better up there,